water has gone in, and unfortunately, water is coming out.
It's up there.
It's not the hose, it's coming from above the radiator hose.
Could be the water pump, like he was saying.
Well, that is exciting.
You're not gonna go far with that. If we can't fix this, it'll literally be a starting pair.
But why would that all of a sudden have happened?
Because the gasket just dried up. I'm pretty sure it's a water pump.
Yeah.
This is what I'm seeing.
That's kind of cool.
This is strange.
I should last 5 laps.
Energy drink hasn't kicked in yet.
Crack an egg.
Basically, what I'll do is if I pull on the track and it's steaming, the second it stops steaming, I'm shutting that thing down. I don't care where I'm at.
Yeah, watch your gauges.
Yeah, I'll watch my gauges.
Take the road that
All 0 of them. I'll be driving on eggshells during that race.
Yeah, you will be, but it's okay because
All it means is I just have to take out my radiator sooner.
something tells me that it's not going to be that way in all the other events, especially the Demolition Derby.
Yeah.
Because I think you're due for a win out there. Yeah.
I broke my water.
You did?
My car's pregnant.
If that's what you want to fuck, you can fuck that grinder. I prefer to fuck a nice, smooth, moist
Cantaloupe. Yes. This water leak we have is looking like it's coming from the water pump. And Tommy, one thing we've been discussing is it easily could be the gasket. Or if it's the water pump itself, something, it's not a terribly big or expensive fix, it's just a timely fix and we don't have time. All the worry that's gonna go into this is during the race. Most likely I'm gonna have a lot of steam coming off of this car. What's good about that is it's a big indicator that I still have water going through the motor. But if I see that steam starting to dissipate, if I see the steam go away completely, this car is gonna find one less thing to crash into and be done for the race. Because obviously the motor in this thing, we don't wanna hurt it. It'll be a shame because I feel like a lot of the strategy into this trailer race is gonna go into just keeping the car from not exploding. Tommy's gonna take a look and see how much water, I mean, it's still leaking. We filled this thing up, what, an hour ago?
Yeah.
So.
And it's a steady stream too.
Yeah.
Like you can fill up a cup in probably 30 minutes.
You ruined my life.
I didn't tell you to put it in all the way. It's cold, you gotta let it warm up.
I don't want it.
Well, the good news is I don't see any water, and it looked like it quit dripping once. Like I'm not seeing a drop. Nothing. So it looks like it quit dripping when the car got running. So I don't know what the deal is. You'd almost expect if it was a water pump gasket that the car would kind of leak more because it's got a lot more pressure going on than just staying stagnant. So we'll take a look at it and see if there's a big puddle after he shuts it off and parks it. Maybe he just doesn't like to sit.
Okay, that's weird.
Now it's leaking again, huh?
And here it comes. Well, I guess that's a good problem to have.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's like the exact opposite of I expected it to get worse with pressure.
That's what I was talking on the camera the whole way up.
Look at this. Look at the Saga Speedway machine.
I know. Absolutely.
Those are big numbers.
Hey, no one's gonna forget you. I'm not sure if it's your starter or your ignition system in the column, steering column, but when that thing, that's a brand new battery, reconditioned over at least battery. They can sell those things for good money. It was charged and ready to go. You heard that thing struggling to crank. I would believe that, like in a race car system, you hit your starter, you let it crank for a little bit, and then turn on your ignition, and the car will fire up. For this thing, it's all in one, so it's just draining voltage out of that battery to try to get it to start. And that would be killer for you, at the start, by killing that battery so much just to start it, and then if the car gets hot on the track and you gotta refire.
Yeah, well, plus the ignition on this thing's always been funky. I've had times when it feels like the spring gets really, really stiff.
Exactly, so it's a upgrade that is necessary now.
Dale's gonna be driving this Demolition Derby car. His shifter was the one that was going all over the place. Zombie Racer 8 is gonna help us out here. So what time is it, Tommy?
It's, I think, noon 30 in the AM.
This is one of the more expensive versions of the low budgets.
Yeah. Well, the expense is always gonna ramp up when you have a ton of cars like we have.
Isn't this your trailer? Why are you taking it on? This would be a tough one to take, like, get off. But I'd still try, and it'd probably be the end of both of our cars.
Right?
So I just recently hit 75,000 subs. So much is going on right now. We have the trailer that just got released for MLP Season 5, so kind of getting a bronies rack going. A lot of people don't know about that right now. So, like, you guys are knowing about this, but in the future, it already came out. But you guys are now knowing about it before anyone else actually saw it, because I'm telling you before I actually upload it. We lost these lights, then we lost those lights, then Keith broke one of our portable lights.
I didn't break shit.
We've been through 9 lights today.
Friday the 13th.
Oh my, you're right.
Rebel.
What was that?
That was a backfire.
Probably your car blew up.
Like, no, you heard that, right? Like, that came from the distance. That was
for this one. That was just a tease.
That was epic. Yeah.
Yeah.
She still has a light up dash.
Oh, I know. I found a way to plug that in. I was playing with this car a long time ago.
Yeah.
Last year sometime. And I saw that there's a plug dangling and then an outlet to plug that plug into. And I was just like, that'd be fun. Wow.
Oh, she's free. Freedom. And freedom. And freedom! What is that?
What?
There's like some gigantic piece of tape on the front end of her car. Alright, Tommy, explain to me what your woman is doing.
I don't know. She's trying to knock out everything out here at Irwindale Speedway. She said there's a bit of a galloping effect with that car, like it does a little bounce, a little jiggy.
Yeah.
Because of, I guess there's, I know that looks like the upper ball joint is bent.
Yeah.
And so it's probably affecting the ride a little bit. But I asked her before this event, I said, do I need to fix it? Or is that just something that you want to point out? She goes, no, everything's fine. I could still drive it. The thing's not going to fall apart. It might break, but it'll be good for the crowd.
Officially, we are at 9 of 13 cars done. One of them that isn't over here just needs a tire, and the rest are the derby cars, which just need the battery, cables, and chain.
It's going to be a heck of a week.
We're done. I mean, we're pretty much done.
I can tell this. The tire skidded the whole way here. So it'd be smoking like my tire.
It is Saturday, the day before Day of Destruction. 36 hours before our events get going.
Yep.
We're in probably one of the best positions we've ever been in.
Yeah, that means none of the cars are going to start on Saturday or Sunday.
Which is fine.
As soon as we get to Sunday, that will determine how our luck's been. But until we get there, everything is looking good. We're ready to rock and roll at this point.
Friday the 13th has concluded here, and it certainly was a wacky and bit of a freaky day for some scenarios. We're there. We have 4 cars left to get over there. 1 because of a tire, 3 because of chain and batteries. We're ready. 1 more build day, and then Day of Destruction. The first destruction of 2015.
This could be Mr. Chang's great escape.